more work. So what I will start with, I guess, is checking if it works, like usual. I lowered bitrate to 6K since that's apparently the maximum for YouTube and Twitch, or maybe just Twitch. And okay, or maybe just so YouTube works. And Twitch is still broken? No, actually it's not. Great. It's not broken. Cool. Well, I'll be improving function syntax and adding the static typing to the AST. Although, I guess functions will just be of type function. I'm not sure. Okay, but let's see. Let's first fix so in the parser, let's fix a fan because we don't want a fan. I don't really like the fact that is reserved is in this function. That doesn't really make any sense, but should be in parser, but whatever. And fn is no longer a keyword this way. And instead what I will do is when I'm doing, so basically like static statement read. When I'm doing assignment, I will be doing yet another step. Yeah, without this. And now instead, if we accept token lecture lex open paren 0. Yeah, so if we accept the open paren in assignment, so this technically still has an issue. Read expression, lecture, arena. I think what I will do is probably I think I will just have something like this, right? Lecture save state. Lecture. And then lecture load state. That would be the state here, right? Okay, so this should allow me to unwind my lecture if I need to. And I think I will need to. So now when we accept the parent, we would push a function. So we don't actually want to do it just yet. Not here. We would want to do it here. Okay. And I guess. Oh, no, not really. I want to save the state lecture, save state. That's weird. I'm not really sure how I feel about introducing a function, like one-line functions that, I mean, it makes code more readable first, right? And then it also makes it so, like, actually refactoring this, if I need to, should be easier, right? Because then I just update the functions. Or worst case scenario, I just find all references to the function and I replace it that way. And if I would just inline lexer equals state, then I wouldn't really get that, right? So I'm not sure, but it feels like it's fine. It's just I was thinking that when I grab the identifier, that's when I would know it's a function, but actually, yeah, so if failed, bool failed, is false, should fail if we get an expression instead of assignment, right? Because if we just get, if we do something like xd 1 plus 2 plus 3, then that's just a normal expression, right? But then if we do a, b, c, like this, right? That's a thing that I will not, like, forbid. Like, this is the const assignment, but I think I will also allow just non-const, so you can then modify the func if you need to. Because that would allow you to manipulate the function in runtime, which might be useful as like a high level feature. Is, let's say you have this thing, like even in AI, it will be really useful. So you say like make some unit, right? So unit, count unit or something, and yeah, we'll do it like this, right? And then it would do, oh yeah, you would do this instead, right? And then you would make count unit. But then you could then later, if something happens. I mean, this is probably, you probably wouldn't want to do this, but, and then you would like do wait. I guess wait can be a function. Wait 1 minute or, I don't know, 30 seconds, right? That could be useful, right? But I mean, it's not the biggest priority. I don't really know of any use cases just yet. So, and I guess I probably have to be really careful about returning a function, because then it could be referencing a variable that is out of scope, right? Huh. It's interesting. So it's like, I guess functions would always want to read the global scope and its own scope only. And yeah, that would protect. I don't have return statement yet, but okay. And now what this should also allow me to do is should also allow me to not have the semicolon. So now this should start working. Right. So it stops at the first param, interestingly. Why do we have an issue here? Let's see. Oh, it doesn't think we are at an identifier, interestingly. Oh, yeah. Wait, when? Really? Let's see. So what is this identifier then? It is A, right? So current. So add A size 1, right? Maybe accept non-reserved identifier doesn't actually... Yeah, it doesn't pop the token. Lexer, pop token. Lexer. Okay. See, it works. But now the problem is... so first of all, if we do this, it should still error, right? Runtime and not... Yeah. Okay. Another we can remove in a sec, but now the problem is if we say some number, let's say 3 plus 3, I think this will be interpreted as a function, right? So print some number. Yeah, it's a function, as you can see. Huh. Yeah, so the problem here... oh, I guess... Huh. I see. So instead of doing this in the lecture, we'll do something else. We'll do... Actually, we'll do it here. Static parser save state. Right. And now we would have parser state. Parser save state. And only be Lexer. Lexer as a copy and arena or rather arena marker. Right? And then what we would do is we would pass the Lexer and the arena. And we would return this, right? Lexer would just be the current state of the Lexer. Marker would be arena, marker, arena. And now load we have to return this, return state. And now here we would have to say Lexer equals Lexer and arena unwind, arena state marker. Rather marker unwind, marker unwind. And the Lexer would be state Lexer. Okay. I guess I can pass this as a pointer since that's a bit faster. This and like this. Because Lexer is like 16, 20, 24, 28. And then this whole yeah, it's like 30 mags or something, so we wouldn't want to copy it lightly, I don't think. So now Lexer, arena, and parser node state. State, arena, like this, right? This would be save state, not load state. Okay, so now what I would do here is I would do bool parse function, right? Say true. And if we haven't parsed, then we reload it. And now if we have not accepted an identifier, we would say parsed function equals false. Parsed function. And then the same happens here if we don't have a scope. Or if we don't have a close parent. And then here, if we parsed function, then we return it, and otherwise we load. We unwind the parser, right? Okay, I think that should do it, right? We should see our 6. Yeah, we see our 6 as a declare, and we see our function call as a function call. Okay, so that seems to just work. Let's now make functions be declarable as constant. So we'll have basically the same structure as that. So assign variable, and now we would do, it's assign function. Now we would copy this basically, and instead of get variable, we'd have get function, function, func. I guess bool is const, right? Bool is const. I think that should do it. Right? Okay. So I'll BB. Okay, so we have better function syntax now, and we can reassign to it like this, right? So we have like a const func is this, right? You can say print const func, right? And then in here we could just say, so A, B, C, that's fine. Here we would say hello. And this would be hello updated. And const func 3, 2, 1, right? Okay. So that should do it, right? Yeah. That is pretty cool. It's pretty amazing. It's just we would probably want like actually to allow this to happen, right? Like 1, 2, 3, like as a call. Because why not? But then I'd have to parse it for every expression. Maybe that's fine. But then function calls are called on identifiers and not literal. Yeah, so I have started my stream at a bot timing because it seems like I will need to go in a few minutes, but let's just use the time I have and then I guess I can stream again later. Yeah. Okay, so how would we do return? I don't have an idea, really, because I'd have to like climb back the syntax tree. Maybe we'd have to return like a signal or something. So maybe what we do is, at runtime, when we eval the function, we would could, like, instead of returning a runtime val, we would do like U32 as like an error code, or like a message, or like a signal or whatever. And yeah, I guess that would make a lot of sense for returns. So you'd pass signals up, and then runtime value would be here. So this would be out value. And now, if no statement, then we just return. Yes, let's make an enum for this. So enum runtime signal. That will be runtime signal none, which would be the default, right? Count, and then maybe we would have a signal for what? For return, we would have return, continue, and break, right? Right. So here we would return runtime signal, and none by default, right? Okay, and then now eval statement. Yeah, so here we would do like left, do like value. So now if result. It's more like, I want to name this result value maybe, and then runtime signal equals result signal equals this, right? And we would do we would return the result signal here, and if out value, then out value equals result value, right? Yeah, it should work. Yeah, and in the case if there's no the statement, we would just zero the return the out value, and that should do it. Here we just don't care because we are a statement. Okay, so it's kind of weird how print still was returning a value. That was because we tested the short circuiting. Oh yeah, right. So we would have runtime value equals something value and value. Not sure if this is all that great though. Yeah, honestly, I don't know, but yeah, like I need to end, so that sucks. It's only 30 minutes. I've updated the function syntax, and I will come back later. So